Good morning, good morning, good morning. Wednesday, February 10th, coming to you live from the office. I'm Frag.
And I'm Gil, coming to you from the office once again.
All right. So today, our subject and topic is budgeting. We today, go ahead and tell them, Gil, what we doing today? What we give
We,
me.
we're gonna do my budget today, right here live on the screen.
You heard that, ladies and gentlemen,
Mm-hmm.
from rent to electric, all the way to tobacco and bush lattes. We're breaking down
Mm-hmm.
Gil's budget. We're counting every dollar up front for the month, and we're gonna show
Mm-hmm.
you how to do it right.
Uh-huh.
But first off and foremost, on Monday, 2 days ago, 48 hours, we went public. We gave we gave our content to you guys, and we wanted to give a special shout out to everybody who liked our initial Facebook post, and then a couple special individuals who subscribed to our YouTube channel. So first off, we would like to thank Levine, Rick, Kevin, Eddie, Chanel, Christian, Alec, Austin, Dakota, old Bubba Jenks, Aaron, Ari, Josh, Santiago, and Michael. We'd also like to give a special thank you to our boy from, from old Big Dumb
Well,
Stupid
Orlando, Oklahoma.
from the land of Oklahoma. It's Nebraska, Omaha, old CJ Bolin. You can find him at CJ_Bolin95 on Instagram. Check him out. He's a good dude. He's one of our best friends. He was our very first subscriber. So, hey, check him out. He's a good guy.
Uh-huh.
All right. So, Gil, it's February,
Yep.
and your business partner is black. Not really black, but black enough to be. Um, what? And so February is Black History Month. And,
Yep.
and what would you tell our audience on what Black History Month means to you?
Man, we're all people. All get along.
Mm.
All this separating, all that crap that needs to stop. Get over it. It's 2021, people. Come on now.
You see, Gil is from Birmingham, Alabama, and Gil is my best friend and business partner.
Uh-huh.
Gil's answer may seem like it's almost like get over it, like it doesn't matter. But in reality, he cares about this Black History Month because
Piece of shit. I have technical difficulties.
don't worry, it happens.
It's that damn rug again.
Oh, okay.
I'm not ready to burn that thing.
Hey, subscribe to us on Patreon so Gil can get a new rug.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, so with it being Black History Month, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody out there who's helped me on my journey, who's helped Gil and I on our journey. We want to be, we are blue collar, white collar, white, black, and we are the epitome of diversity in this country. We're running a business together from two different areas of the country, from two different backgrounds, and we would like to say, hey, it can be done.
Yeah, it can be done.
So let's have some togetherness. Right?
Yep.
All right. Okay, so let's get down on it. Let's get down to the meat and potatoes of today's video, Gil. What do you think?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, here we go. As you can see before you, ladies and gentlemen, what we have here we have Gil's budget.
Mm-hmm.
And today we are going to be using the outline of DaveRamsey.com's blog and his 15 steps to 15 tips on budgeting. So we're applying these 15 tips, and we're also applying the 50-20-30 rule. 50% goes to your needs, 20% goes to your savings, and 30% goes to your investing/wants. So Gil, tell our audience what your monthly income is.
We got about 2,500 right there now.
So
Okay.
250.
We gotta throw this out there too. There's always more than one way to skin a cat. You ain't gotta follow this to a T. There's a million ways to do it. You can make your own spreadsheet. You can find a million of them out there on Google.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you take your pick.
Absolutely, couldn't have said it better. So,
Mm-hmm.
so Dave Ramsey, Gil and I don't 100% agree with him. And as we go through this episode, we're going to state the different aspects of what we don't agree with him, because there's, like he said, there are a million ways to skin a cat.
There's a million ways to do anything.
All right. So tip number 1, zero out your budget every month. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to calculate every single dollar of that 2,500. Tip number 2 is do your budget together. If you are married, if you have a business,
Not me.
oh yeah, of course. Yeah. This is your
That's your problem right there.
yeah, absolutely. It's more of a blessing than a problem.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a companion, if you have a business partner, hell, if you have a friend that you trust with your financial information, get on there together so you guys can bounce ideas off each other on what you're able to spend and where the money is going and coming from. Number 3, every month is different. For example, in January, Gil would not have been spending any money on podcast equipment. Nope. But
February though, be a different story. Waiting on UPS to come banging on the door in the middle of this thing.
With a brand new pair of headphones, so it doesn't sound like he's in the damn
using a break to record.
All right. So every month is different. And finally, with number 4, before we start this budget, is start with the most important categories first. And instead of explaining to it, we're going to show you. So Gil, how much do you pay in rent?
Be $841, and that includes the water. So I ain't got to worry about the water part.
Okay. So we'll do $841.
Yes, sir.
And then water, we'll leave at 0.
Yep.
So electric, how much do you pay a month in electric?
It varies month to month. So we'll just say an even 60. Make it easy instead of having to go in and average up much.
Right. And
some days it'll be 40, sometimes it'll be 60, and you get 50 and 70, and it just, who knows? Find out about the middle of the month.
So I think honestly it would be safer to over calculate.
Yeah, 60 is about over. So at least for me.
Mm-hmm. So since your water bill is within your rent, we're going to head and leave that at 0. You agree?
Yep.
Okay, so your phone bill. What are you looking at for your phone bill every month?
That's right around $70. Nothing fancy.
Nothing fancy,
Nope.
Got his phone, got his plan, unlimited talk text. You got to have that kind of stuff nowadays.
Oh yeah.
Cell phone is a necessity. I don't know. I don't even from 5 years old to 105 years old, everybody has a cell phone.
Oh yeah.
So car insurance, what do you think you pay in car insurance per month?
About 120.
About 120.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you pay 120 instead of, let's say, 125?
Oh yeah, you gotta get in and get all them discounts that you got. You gotta call them up and hey, what kind of discounts you got for me?
Absolutely. And what
Mhm.
discount do you receive from them?
Well, you get the military discounts, and I got a discount for owning or holding Berkshire Hathaway .B, which Berkshire Hathaway owns Geico. So it was like, I forget the wording of it. You gotta ask them about it. Sometimes, like when I asked Matt to go find one of our managers to be like, hey, is this a thing? And they're like, yeah, give it to him.
The shareholders
All right, cool.
discount.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. So
Say whatever discount you can get out of them, take it.
absolutely. And we recommend that for every single aspect of whatever you pay for. Is don't be afraid to ask for discounts.
Oh yeah.
You should always ask for discounts. You should always look for promo codes because they're out there.
Well, hint people, if you got ever heard of Honey?
Honey.
Yeah, it's a browser, or at least it is a browser extension on Chrome, and I'll go in and find like discount codes and stuff, and you can plug it in on like Amazon, or if you're ordering something elsewhere.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So honey.com.
Shit, let me go look.
Because
I know I got the extension, so it's just there doing its thing.
right. Yeah, but Honey, I mean, if that is the case, that is an amazing tool to be able to use.
Yeah, you could probably just Google it and it'd pop right up.
Is that something you use on a relatively regular basis?
Oh yeah, if I can run discount codes, it's better than me sitting here Googling discount codes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm.
Did you find it?
Yeah, so it says www.joinhoney.com. And you go in, it's got the free browser extension. You just download it. Or it says add Honey, it's free, yada yada. It ain't gonna let me because I already got it.
Right. So you hear that, ladies and gentlemen, Honey, or www.gethoney.com. Check it out, discounts. All right, moving on in our budget, renter's insurance. How much do you think you pay in renter's insurance per month?
Per month, I don't pay nothing a month for it, but I paid it all up front. It was on $150 for a whole year.
Okay, so there you go. Can you do 150? I guess not, because you don't factor it into your monthly basis. Since
I don't factor it in, so it's
right.
$150 up front. It's probably what, $10-12 a month, something like that.
12.25, 11.
So it's some oddball. Yeah.
So that would, for example, if you pay that at the beginning of the year or the start of your lease, the month prior. So technically we're doing March's budget right now because we're doing it a month prior. You would factor that into your budget.
You go ahead and factor it in for March
or whenever your lease is up or that first.
Yeah, that's one thing about doing the budget. You can always go ahead and pre-plan for the next month. So, okay, we got this coming up, and go ahead and account for this, whatnot.
So your truck payment, how much do you pay on your truck?
Zero. Ain't got no truck payment. I'm gonna keep it that way till that thing blows up.
All right. So Gil, you drive a Chevy Silverado. What can you tell our audience, and what advice can you give them when it comes to being able to pay your vehicle off in a timely manner? How are you able to pay off your vehicle?
She's working all the time like I do. And you sit there, all right, and this is how much I got to pay off, and then you got to set this money aside, account for it in the budget. Once you hit that goal, and if it takes you 3 months, you're still paying your payment. So it's going to keep dropping it down a little at a time. you still build up however much you need.
Mhm.
You know, granted, once you got it, call the bank up. Hey, I want to pay my truck off. All right, we send you the title and whatnot. Okay, cool.
So you focused on paying off your truck. That was your goal.
Yeah, that was the goal. Once you set that goal, you focus on that thing, and it's going to happen. Like matter of time.
Absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, gas. How much do you pay in gas every month?
Overestimated a little bit, but it's about one. Usually, I say about 150. Do I ever get close to that? No.
But it's the closest. It's the closest whole number, correct?
Yeah.
All right. So, credit card payment. So, Gil, from my understanding, the way you pay off your credit card is you use your credit card for X amount of expenses, and at the end of the month, you pay it off.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that is the best way to utilize a credit card. A credit card can be a very good friend to you.
Especially if you get them rewards points too.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't look at it, that'll rack up quick. I'm sitting there looking at, dang, that much is sitting there in that rewards thing. Shoot.
And what do those reward points give you?
Money. I think it's like a 1.5% or something like that cash back. Okay, well, every little bit counts, and it'll add up real quick.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
you got different credit cards. You have your different range. Like you got your flyer ones for like flights and stuff. Give you the flyer miles. You got your cash rewards. What else is there?
I mean, the sky's the limit.
Yeah, exactly.
Get 2% on groceries, 4% on gas, all kinds of discounts and madness. But as
one more thing about the gas. If you got like, I know like Shell does it, and you can go in and get their little rewards card, make you an account there, boom, save you 5 cents a gallon. Or if like you go in the store or something and buy something, you could get 10 cents off a gallon.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, 10 cents.
Not much, but I'll take it.
10 cents on the gallon. How many gallons does your truck take?
Depends on how low I let it go.
Let's say from empty to full.
Done 26 gallons.
So 26 gallons. So I mean, hey, you do.
The only catch though with the 5 cents off, they'll only go up to 20. So then the pump shuts off, and you're like, oh well.
But hey, you got the discount.
I got my 20 gallons worth of 5 cents off and take it.
20 times 10 cents is what? $2?
What, $2?
Something like that.
It's almost a gallon of gas. Don't quote it. Gas prices are different everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't quote us on it. All right. So what do you put on your credit card a month?
Usually just gas. If I order usually like a rare occasion, order something like Amazon, use it there. Nothing.
So since we've already calculated gas, what would you say? Would you call it $50 a month on your credit card?
Yeah, something like that.
That's an easy number. All right.
The catch here though, if you're double accounting for it for the gas part. So we'll just say 50.
Yeah, exactly. But the key is that it is paid off every month.
Yeah, keep that credit score rolling. That's another topic though. We could talk about that for days.
We'll get there
one day.
All right. Groceries.
Well, so we go 300 but grocery. I know you've noticed this. The ever increasing price of groceries these days.
Absolutely. So $300 a month.
We go 300.
So with that $300, that covers food, water. We don't calculate alcoholic beverages within groceries because you want to separate that. Like you want to separate your wants and your needs, and you want to go through. So what we just did right there is we just calculated roughly the bare necessities.
Yep.
And what that bare necessities is those are your needs. That is what you need. That's what you need to survive. Now what we're going to do is we're going to transfer over to the wants. The 30% of your income, roughly 30% of your base income should go to this next category of items, I guess. All right, so subscription services. Gil, how much do you pay in subscription services every month?
I'll let you take a guess. You know me.
0.
Bingo. I ain't paying for that crap. I get on everybody else's accounts.
So you could do it like Gil. Gil does it the way he doesn't mind watching ads on YouTube. Gil,
no, I get mad some days about it, but you know, it is what it is. I ain't paying for that crap.
There you go. People like me, I pay. God, Lord, I pay. And so what I would recommend is, depending on what you don't need, Hulu and Netflix and YouTube, you know, because that adds up substantially. So pick one.
Sure, by the time you pay all that, you might as well be paying for price of cable.
Absolutely.
Or dish.
And you know, it's really not even worth it.
It's really not.
And if you're working all the time and you're working on your dream, you shouldn't be watching TV anyways. But everybody needs an outlet. All right.
Yep.
So 0 on. So the good old tobacco. Gil is a blue collar worker. He is from Alabama, and he likes to indulge in his tobacco products. You know. So, what do you think you spend a month on tobacco?
Maybe $60, maybe.
$60.
But the guy at the gas station also hooks me up too. So
you see, Gil is a discount master, ladies and gentlemen. He's all about the discounts. He needs the discounts. So that's why we're doing this, is so you could take notes. All right. So one of Gil's favorite beverages in the world is a Busch Latte.
Busch Latte.
Shout out to CJ Bolin. That's one of our Busch Latte brothers.
Yep.
It is perfectly normal and fine for an individual. I indulge in Busch Lattes. Gil indulges in Busch Lattes, and I know many of you out there indulge in your Busch Lattes. But we must remember that these beverages are a want, not a need.
It's a need. You got a problem.
Exactly, and you should go seek help. But addiction and alcoholism is genetic, and we sympathize with you, don't we?
Yep.
All right. So,
all right, moving on. What we got?
Oh, we did calculate the number.
Oh, for Busch Lattes?
Yes, sir.
We'll say 40.
40. Not bad.
Usually what I'll do is I'll get my damn cash out for a month. Usually I get like $200. 100 of that's alcohol, tobacco. Once that's 100 gone for that, it's gone. Ain't getting no more.
Right. There you go. There you go. That's
so well, make it work.
That is a foolproof way on controlling your consumption. You know, people like to say cash is trash and savings for losers. Well, guess what? Cash is king. You can go anywhere in this country with $1 or $5, $10, $15 or $5, $10, $50, $20, $100 bill, and you can go buy whatever your heart desires with cash. Also, when you are using cash, you have that shock value. You have that sense of loss. So with that sense of loss, it's tangible. It's not like swiping that card and you feel nothing because you put the card back in your pocket and there's just a subtraction on the number on your bank account. You are giving something away. You are losing something. So
oh crap, that's mine. It's gone now.
Exactly. All right. So Gil is a man's man, and he likes to go to Texas Roadhouse and get him a nice medium steak,
Uh-huh.
potatoes, and some broccoli.
Mm-hmm.
So, Gil, how much do you think you spend out to eat a month?
Maybe $30. I don't know.
Maybe.
That's the first time I've gone out to eat in probably a month.
There you go.
So
So we'll call it $30. Gil's frugal. We all understand this. So we'll go ahead and calculate $30. Okay, so podcast equipment. This is a new category for you, is it not?
podcast, yeah. Well,
So you recently bought what, Gil?
yeah. New set of headphones coming in. Hopefully it sounds better than these little ragtag things.
Oh, right. So how much would you roughly say that you spent on those?
They're $100 plus. I think it was free shipping. I don't remember what the tax was on it. And, like Uncle Sam's got to get his damn share.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So we could just call it even 110.
Yeah, it would make it easy.
Do you think you're going to be spending any more money next month in March on podcasting equipment at all?
I don't know yet. We'll see.
All right. Could you even think about anything? Just a new camera?
We'll see. We'll see about the camera.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and if the headphones work out, they work out. I don't have to go get a mic or anything. So we'll see how that ends up.
Okay. So would you mind adding maybe another $25 to podcast equipment, or let's say
Might as well.
Even if you want to buy business cards or anything like that,
Mm-hmm.
just to give yourself a little bit more of a buffer.
Yeah, just that way there's some play in that thing.
So we'll call it 140.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now that we've gotten out of the wants category, we're going to start moving into the investment category. There are a million things that you can invest in. And
there are a million things in a million different ways. Take your pick.
And as you get more fluid in finance, and as you learn more, if you read more books, you talk to more people, every single person is going to tell you something different.
Yep.
And every individual is going to say that their way is the foolproof way. For example, Dave Ramsey, the person we're using his 15 steps for budgeting. He says cut up your credit cards and never use them.
Mm-hmm.
We highly disagree. He says, and then there's some individuals out there that say don't invest in mutual funds, because if they take 2% of your return, and the average return is about 5%, so they're taking nickels on the dime, basically.
Mm-hmm. That shit'll add up quick too.
Other individuals, they'll say index fund, because if you can't beat the market, then you might
buy the market.
You might as well buy the market. And an S&P 500 index fund, roughly speaking, is you're basically investing in the whole market, because the market usually has an average of was it like a 1 point, or was it about 5% growth or something like that annually?
Yes, I want to say it's like 5 to 8%, somewhere in there.
Right.
It just depends on the year too.
Right, absolutely, because last year you can't even use the statistical data.
Oh no, because the 5 to 8% don't come close to how high it was last year.
Right, absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
So Gil, getting back into the budget, you are a silver investor.
Mm-hmm.
You believe in the commodity and you understand the market. You've done your research. You've spent hours and hours calculating and doing what you had to do to come to the decision to buy silver.
Yep.
So now that you've done that, how much money do you think you spend a month? How much money do you put into silver?
Man, right now is divided up between silver and stock market. So we'll say $100 going into silver, $100 going into the stock market.
There you go.
Split it 50-50 till you hit whatever milestone or goal you want to with either or.
And so your investment strategy is to you like dividend stocks, correct?
Yep.
And you like to invest in stuff that you know about.
Yep.
Right.
Keep it simple, stupid. That's how I say it.
And keep it stupid simple.
Yep.
So can you give an example about one of your one of the stocks you invest in?
I'd say, so I would say the price is, we'll make it $100. It'd be easier to do the math on my head and say they pay out 10%, 10% of $100, $10, you got $110. Next quarter, if you reinvest that 10% dividend, that $10 from that $110, you'll get a little bit more. 10% of 110 would be what 111 or $12.
Yeah, it's
something like that.
It's like $12.10.
Yeah, something like that.
You're speaking of compound interest.
Yeah, you get into compound interest, and ta-da! Next thing you know, it's a shit ton of money.
Absolutely.
Sitting there.
So
and that don't even account for like dividend increases and capital gains and all that stuff.
So we'll get into
that's getting a little sidetracked for this video.
Absolutely. All right. So now that we finished Gil's categories, we can scroll up and look at the graphs. So the percentage of income spent. So Gil has spent roughly 82% of his income. So that leaves, what would it be? 18% for savings. So you are honestly sitting almost right about where you want to be with the 50%.
Another thing too you could account for is so this is what we're planning for versus like your actual expenses. Your actual expenses could be less.
Right.
And that margin could get bigger or it could get littler depending on the month. So,
right.
But look at this, you got plenty of wiggle room.
So your cash balance, what you have left over, is $439. What do you? Are you going to just throw it in savings?
No, the way I go, I'd probably do 50% savings, throw 50% in the stock market or silver, either or.
Even though you've already calculated what you've invested in silver and stocks?
Yep.
Okay.
You got to do something with that money besides let it sit there. It ain't going to grow sitting in your checkings account or wherever.
Okay, so
it'll barely grow in a savings account, but that's getting sidetracked too.
Well, honestly, in a savings account, you're going to lose money over time because the inflation is an average of 1.7%.
Savings account don't even put out half that.
Nope. So you're going to be losing money. All right. So we'll say you're putting $200 in savings, and then so that's going to leave you with $239. And then you want to add another 100 to precious metals and another 100 into stocks. So now you have $39 left over. Where do you want to put that?
$39. I just leave it in the checkings account. Be done with it. Let it sit there just in case you might need something comes up next month. You still got that $39 sitting there.
All right. So what you can do is you can add what is called an emergency fund. So emergency.
be like Dave Ramsey says, start off with $1,000.
Yeah.
If you get into like his plan, that $1,000, what that's your emergency fund for a time being. Do you get further down his plan, and you'd say like you got a debt, you got that $1,000 cash sitting there, and you can pay off all your debts, do whatever you need to do, and there they want you to build what 3 to 6 months or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
and then build that out.
So now we have finished Gil's budget for the month of March. The way Gil likes to do it is Gil likes to be proactive with his money, right?
Mm-hmm.
You like your money to make money.
Yep.
But what we have to
You gotta beat inflation somehow.
right. But what we have to inform you is that this precious metal, these 200, you don't invest in precious metal for the short game.
No, buy it and let it sit.
Buy it and let it sit. This
Mhm.
precious metal is preserving your wealth.
Mhm.
So in all reality, it's just as all you're doing is transferring your cash value or the digital number that's in your bank account over to
Into something physical.
and that's tangible, that's physical.
Mm-hmm.
So we can, if we look at, basically what Gil's doing right now is his expenses are $2,300 a month, right?
Yep.
But we could take away 200 of that
Mm-hmm.
for the precious metals, and then so I think that we should just go ahead and move precious metals over to here. So let's just call it silver since you're a silver.
The shiny.
Oh, we gotta love it, man.
You gotta love that shiny.
Yep. So that's 200 in silver, and then so this is going to be the emergency fund, which is going to be about $39 cash. So we can go ahead down here and zero this out. So now we're looking at Gil has roughly, so he has 18% into savings. So from subscriptions, tobacco, his Bush lattes, his out to eat, his podcast equipment, and his stocks are roughly going to make up 30% of his income.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see if we can't. So we know, all right, so here, we'll do this. So we know that you have 18% in savings, right?
Okay.
So if we zero, so we'll do tobacco was 60, Bush was 40. Out to eat is 30. Podcast equipment 140. And then stocks 200. So after we do that, what we're going to do is we're going to look and see, since we did it earlier, how much of his income is expenses. So let's say, so this means that about 70% of your income goes to your monthly expenses. 72%.
Mm-hmm.
It's high, but it's not. Oh, 64. So there you go. So this is your your needs category. So 64% go to your needs. You're highballing it in every category and aspect.
But good luck trying to get it to cut down.
Right. But here's the way you get it to cut down. Gil, you don't pay car insurance every month, right?
Every month, yeah.
Oh,
Unless you want to start
I thought
car insurance. Car insurance is monthly. Otherwise, you're going to be dropping like $700 up front.
So see, you do it different than me because I pay my car insurance once every 6 months.
But you probably drop a chunk of change on that, don't you?
Oh yeah. So your needs are 64%. Your savings is what would we say? Your savings was at 18%. And then so if you add those up, so you got a calculator?
Yeah.
So
Give me a second. There's UPS right there.
really?
Yeah.
So do 64 plus 18.
64 plus 18 is 82.
Okay. Now do 100 minus 82.
Be 18.
So there you go. So your percentages are 64% of your income goes to your needs. 18% of your income goes to your wants and your investing. And finally, 18% of your income goes to your savings. So Gil, how do you think that this reflects onto your daily or your monthly like your expenses? How accurately does this depict?
It's close.
It's close. But what we did is we every single dollar's accounted for, right? So this means that you guys are going to be able to know where your money's going before it even gets there.
Yeah, that's the key, is just staying disciplined enough. That way, okay, it's going there, just sitting down there tracking everything.
So to wrap up this video, we're going to go over the last few points of the Dave Ramsey tips and tricks and discuss them. So don't be afraid to trim your budget. Gil, what do you think is something that you could trim if you wanted to?
I'm sure the Bush Latte and the wacky tobacco. Sure, we could trim that. You can't really trim the rent. Like, good luck with that. Electric, it is what it is.
You could always trim your wants. Always trim your wants.
Phone, you ain't gonna trim phone, insurance, out to eat. I probably won't go out to eat for another month for all I know. So if I do, it might be like Chick-fil-A and spend like $8.
Yeah, there you go. Gil, you have a schedule and you stick to it, right?
Yep.
You know, Wednesdays we make a podcast, Fridays we make a podcast, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday we're doing research, we're getting everything calculated, we're getting together. All right.
And like another thing too, like, all right, let's say you make a shit ton of overtime. What would you do with it?
Bro, that can fly right into your S category. And it'll fill that S category up. Yeah, you could take it from 18% to you could take it to 25, even 30.
I'm probably more than that in reality, but
there you go.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And like, that's one thing too about your budget. Let's say you do work a shit ton of overtime, do your budget off of 40. That overtime ain't guaranteed. 'Cause I know people that can't make it if they ain't working overtime. So do your budget off 40 hours.
There you go. You heard it from the man
Mhm.
himself.
Mhm.
All right. Create a buffer in your budget. So that would be that $39.
That emergency fund. You know what another word for emergency fund is?
What is it?
Murphy's Law repellent.
Can you explain to our audience what Murphy's Law is?
What can go wrong or will go wrong.
What's new, baby? What's new?
Uh-huh.
All right.
My wife, as soon as I didn't have that emergency fund, something would blow up around here and I have to go fix a bunch of crap.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
They always, $1,000 is a good starting point.
Yeah, that's a good start. Say you need some new tires, there you go. You ain't gonna go put it on a credit card and take 6 months to pay it off.
Absolutely. Because at that point, if you buy 4 tires, by the time you pay off that credit card, you already bought 6.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So cut up your credit card is his number 10. I highly disagree. Gil highly disagrees. A credit card can be your friend as long as you are disciplined.
Yeah, as long as you use some discipline and you don't go crazy with that thing, you'll be all right.
If you are disciplined and you can pay off that balance monthly, then hey, you're fine.
There ain't nothing to worry about.
But if you're charging and you're carrying a balance on your credit card, that flat screen TV you bought, by the time you pay off that balance on the credit card, you've already bought.
He could have done bought. Yeah, so I was about to say, I could have done bought 2 of them things.
Exactly. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So use cash for certain budget categories to trim. Like Gil said, tobacco and bush lattes. What does he use?
Cash.
Cash. There you
Oh
go.
yeah, and it's like looking at like that's another thing too. Like use that envelope system.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you can't do it off like your budget and can't use your debit card, your credit card, you're right. You got your envelope system. But all right, you got my $300 for food here. You got my rent cash here. This one doesn't label them. And boom, you can't. That's what you got. You ain't going over. That's all you got. It's like you said earlier with the cash. It's like, man, I got to get rid of this.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So try an online budget tool. Here you guys go.
There you go.
It's yours. Excel. Take it. It's yours.
You can literally get on Google, like budget sheet or monthly budget, and it'll pop up 400 million different ones on YouTube. Find one that works for you, one you like, go for it.
Take it. It's yours. All right. So
And remember, keep it simple, stupid.
keep it stupid simple.
Uh-huh.
Be content and quit the comparisons. So I'm going to read you the description from the horse's mouth, and you can interpret it, and Gil will interpret it in his way. So it says, you must have more than you realize. Don't compare your situation to anyone else's. Compromise will not only rob you of your joy, but also your paycheck. Keep moving forward and doing what is right for your family. What does that mean to you, Gil?
All I heard was don't keep up with the Joneses. Joneses go buy a new car. Don't go buy a new car. Just goes, oh, they got this. We need that. No, you don't.
You don't. All right. Have goals. Gil, give me one short-term goal right now that you have.
Short-term goal?
Mm-hmm. 1 to
Getting
3
the silver.
months.
1 to 3 months, getting that silver supply up. Let's say 3 months, let's say 25 ounces.
So you want 25 ounces of silver by April
We'll say
10th,
summer.
May 10th.
Yeah, we'll say, no, we'll go June 10th just because you don't know what the prices are going to be doing on them premiums.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So Gil says he's going to have 25 ounces of silver by June 10th. This goal is what's known as a SMART goal. It is specific, it is measurable, it is achievable, it is relevant, and it is time-based.
Mm-hmm.
If your goals have every single aspect of the SMART goal system, you will be successful. And finally, last but not least, is give yourself grace. Dave Ramsey says it usually takes 3 to 4 months to get a handle on the whole budget thing. It won't be perfect at first or second, but you'll get there. Gil and I both know, and I especially, that temptation and things, intangible things, are amazing. Amazon, buy now.
Click, click, click. You just spent $400 on some bullshit.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Give yourself some breathing room. You can account for every dollar, but you can't account for every situation and emergency or spontaneous, thing that may happen to your life. You may meet your dream wife and she wants mac and cheese from Bojangles, but if you didn't have that in your budget and you're scared to go over your budget, but she's your dream girl, go get that mac and cheese. Go get it. Like you can not buy your boxed tuna egg rolls from the freezer section. Go get that mac and cheese for your dream girl. To wrap this up, I think we should go and talk about the 50-30-20 rule. Gil's numbers were 64% needs, 18% wants an investment, and 18% savings. It doesn't have to be spot on 50-30-20. I mean, it doesn't. Mm-hmm. What you are able to do for yourself is what you should do. It's not rocket science, but it takes grit. But anything that's worth doing in life is going to take a little grit. What do you think?
Yeah, just a little bit of grit, not much.
Oh
Lord.
So to wrap this up, Gil, what advice, now that we have gone over the budget, can you give to our audience?
All right, just stay disciplined. Track where all your money's going. It'll work itself out and give it time. The first budget ain't gonna be perfect. Give it 2-3 months, you'll have it figured out down to a fucking T.
Absolutely.
So I mean, once you stick with it for a little bit, you'll be all right. Find what works for you.
Absolutely. I say, pay off your debt. Pay off your debt. Get into a situation that helps you make more money. Find a supplementary passive income. Do what you got to do to be able to make more money, to put more money into your savings, or to be able to buy more wants and whatnot. Because life has the fluidity,
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, come the 4th of July, Gil's coming on down to old Wilmington, North Carolina. Mm-hmm. And guess what?
Yes, sir.
We're going to try to go catch up some carpet, baby.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be prime time fishing time.
Yes, sir.
Gentlemen, prime time.
Well, we guess a big one, a real big one, and we guess a little one. I ain't gonna be mad. Nope. But who all can say they caught tarpon?
Not very many people.
Yep.
But what that means is we're gonna have to budget and put money aside to be able to pay for that. Because if you've gone on a fishing charter, it ain't.
Yeah, that shit ain't cheap.
All right. So today's episode was on budgeting. I hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, check out our Patreon, check out our Facebook page, the Frag and Gill podcast. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Have a blessed day. I'm Frag.
And I'm Gil.
Peace.
Deuces.